Peace. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another edition of the Foul Playland. Want to wish you guys a happy new year, and as always, I'm your foul player. But I do want to give you some New Year's tips since I've dedicated this day to doing laundry and shit around the house. And that's one of the I want to put you guys on to one of the other things I do, and that's keeping food in stock. This laundry room, it's I wish it would be half the size of this because it's like a useless. Like it's in my basement, and the only people that live down here, like my cats, in this basement is almost the size of my house, but it's only for my cats pretty much. But I keep the basement to also store food like these boxes of macaroni. Every time like food like this goes on sale, I buy it, and a lot of it's not name brand shit. There's like the store brand shit, and it's just in case, like if there's a God forbid, like what happened to toilet paper last year when the pandemic first happened. I have like stashes of food, and it's not just macaroni. In fact, I would advise you not to buy macaroni on if you don't have a lot of space, because these boxes they take a lot of space, and macaroni is straight carbs, so it's not good. Like if you're starving, especially if you gotta cook it. But this house has like 16 closets in it, and like we're only three people, so I use a lot of these closets to stash food. But if you have enough like space, like this little hole right here, like so peep it. It's like three high, and then from here, this point back, it goes back like four deep. But this little shelf right here would get you by, if you're by yourself, for almost a third of a year. Dolly, you know what I'm saying? Like worst case scenario situation. But beans and stuff like that are or canned vegetables are good to keep around too. Like I buy a lot of it. They've gone up in price. But I used to be able to buy like four for $2. Now it's like three for $4. Three for $2. But if the price continues to go up, I mean, it's not like a big saving, but you're saving money on that too. Cause a lot of this shit you gotta have. Like I mean, like I'm a vegetarian, so we eat a lot of like vegetables and shit. But I always buy shit like this because you always need it, like the laundry detergent. And if there's a coupon, I'll buy like four or five of them if I could use the coupon multiple times. But it's the cheap shit, like I don't buy like a lot of name brand shit unless it's on like sale, like Tide and shit like that. I buy like just because I like the smell of it. But that shit you're gonna need anyway. Like if you don't want to leave the house, like because people are wilding out outside, like you do that. But this is like one of my main storage areas for food, and it's like these drawers is all food. Like if you peep it, like a lot of these things that's like baby's clothes, but all of these are like full of stuff that doesn't go bad, and that I could use down the line. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all spices and shit. So every one of these crates like has shit in it. But I do this shit too. Because I think I'd be good for like with what I have for like a year. Like I'm just being like I'm not trying to brag. Like I have like a lot more closets too. Like it's not just my basement, but every space I stash food. Like these like things are like make like a meal, like a milkshake type of thing. It actually tastes good too, and it has a lot of protein. Don't mind my basement too. Again, this is just for cats. But like this is where I keep my water. Like see, this is all water. And this is a big ass closet, but I keep them 7 high. Because if you go any higher like these, like this is 9 high. They start to bow. Like if you see how this is not a straight line, so the bottles crush, and you don't want that because then that shit gets all over the place. These bottles won't break, but they're still good to go. Like, but see, I have like rice, a bunch of toilet paper, coffee, like a humongous box. This big box, it has 90 pods, and I think I paid $9 for it. And I have two more. I have two more somewhere else too. But this is like what you should be doing to fill up this closet full of water on sale. I mean, like everything in this closet probably cost me like $100. You know what I'm saying? So like, what do you want to be doing with $100? Like sending it super chat, like so some asshole could get a fucking corny ass haircut, or do you want to take care like of your family? You know, because everything here that I've showed you, and I have like twice as more as that, because I still got a lot of shit in my garage and some of the other closets. But um, everything I have stashed probably cost like $500, $600 total. Like but this shit would be invaluable if God forbid something went down. And don't front like um like something can't go down, or oh I got a plan. You see, cause if shit gets out of hand and you can't drink water, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boil the water. One, you can't really boil the water. It actually makes it worse. But two, you don't want to have like a bullshit plan. That's a bullshit plan. Your plan you have, everybody else has it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I started doing this during the last pandemic because I actually think I caught the Ronies. And when I got back on a flight back from California, but when I got back, I was sick as fuck. I was pissing through my ass. I couldn't breathe. So my wife went out to the stores to try to get like water and shit like that because we didn't have. We just came back from vacation and we couldn't find shit. Like when I got back to some semblance of health, the only waters I was finding was like shit like this, like ginger ale. And I still keep that pack of ginger ale, like because that's one of the ones I bagged when during the last like toilet paper craziness shit that was happening. So I mean, and I don't drink Gatorade, but we were relegated to buying like the expensive waters, and they didn't even have that Gatorade. Fucking. So I literally went out and spent like 2 grand on shit that anything I could get my hands on, but that was because I wasn't prepared. If I would have spent like 200 here, 200 there, keeping it here in this house, I would have not had to have scrambled. Like now, every time I get bread, I buy a little bit of food or shit that we could use around the house, like fucking especially if it's on sale. But a lot of a lot of cats like should be taking an active role in that shit, bro. Don't feel too proud, bro. Like fucking it's corny for you to not know the prices of shit, or you're acting like a businessman. You gotta be a businessman every second of the day. Like rich motherfuckers, um, will they're not giving their money away neither. You know what I'm saying? Like they fucking very cheap about the money that goes in and out. But this shit is life and death at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no fucking um trying to save a buck type of shit. Because any situation could turn life or death. Like anything like there should be no surprises as to getting bad news or shit getting shut down or fucking there's no surprises nowadays. Like nothing that they could tell me would be like, oh shit, wow, like this is I didn't expect any of this stuff. Like the world is a crazy ass place, like fucking, and this is like one way to protect yourself from it and save some money because all these things I'm telling you are going up in price. But with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year. Peace.